Another installment of Greater Than Careers. Today I have Mr. Raymon with me. Mr. Raymon, you want to say hi and kind of tell them what you do, what you're about, and where you're at?
What's up? I'm a clothing designer slash like stylist and stuff. I live in California right now, Los Angeles. Yeah.
Okay. So what type of clothes are you designing?
Right now I'm like making like kind of streetwear and it's more like streetwear and like half fashion. So it's like in between. It's like both. So,
Okay. And then what's like the age range that you're making clothes for? Like, is it for younger people, teens?
Well, my clothes is literally for anybody and everybody. I've made people clothes for people that's 50, for that's like guys that's 50 that's in the industry that's their own businesses, and then I made pants for people's kids. So it doesn't anybody can wear it. It just
Okay, I got you.
I mean,
So are you doing like custom stuff for like individual people, like when they ask you to make stuff, or are you like making like a brand and then you're customizing it as you go as well?
well, I have a whole brand, and I have my regular stuff, my regular pieces that I sell, and then I also have like custom pieces that I give to like that I make for like artists and stuff. So it's like both.
Okay, I got you. So what got you interested into like designing clothes and making clothes? Like what got you interested? What got you started?
I actually didn't want to work a job for nobody. I didn't want to work for nobody. I went to college. I graduated with a science degree, and I just didn't want to do anything with it. And I was working at a cemetery last year around the same time, and it was just not for me. It was just I was like, nah, bro, I can't do this. I just get up every day, and I don't know, and go by this guideline that I have to go by that I really don't want to go by. So I just picked something that I was like, oh, what am I good at? I'm good at dressing. So what if I just started making clothes? And I made a couple pair and wore them outside, and then people were just like, oh, where you get those from? And then it went from there.
That's pretty cool. I like it. So you kind of made like your first few outfits for yourself and then wore them out and about and kind of saw what people said about them?
Yeah, just to get reactions,
Okay. So were you like, did you like teach yourself like how to sew or embroider, or like how were you, or are you just like taking different clothes and like how are you doing that? I'm really curious. I really don't know anything about it.
Well, I first started, I was going to the thrift store. Like I quit my job. I had I think like $7 in my pocket. And I think I quit my job. I went to the thrift store and I just bought a bunch of material. And then it was just like I was deconstructing and reconstructing pants and like just making patchwork and taking blankets and turning them into pants and sweaters and stuff like that. And started selling it. And I mean, like I said, I made it for myself, and then people would just ask, like, "Yo, where you get those from?" You feel me?
I got you. So, was it something that you kind of just grew up as like a kid and you were interested in like designing, or was it something that you kind of just learned to develop over time?
No, I low-key didn't. Last year, I said, I mean, I could dress, so it was always in me. But like, I used to like design like shoes and stuff. But I never really thought I would be doing this. I just got on. I got on YouTube University and just taught myself how to sew. And that's how it went.
Okay, so you actually utilize like some YouTube videos to like teach yourself how to do it. So kind of like from where you started, where you were doing like you made the two original pieces for yourself to where you're at now. Like, can you kind of talk about like how that process has been and kind of like how that transition took place?
Yeah, I mean, I started making it. I didn't really see it going anywhere at first, but then I would just, I don't know, I would make the clothes, just make different pieces, and then people would just go crazy over them and buy them. And I was just like, oh, I can make a career out of this. Like, this is something I can do, because I'm working for myself. Even though it's work, I'm doing all the work, but still, it's just like, it's something I enjoy, kind of making clothes, and it's like, all right. So then I just kept going after I took it serious, and end up moving to LA maybe like 4 months later. Just on some
Okay. And then you said earlier before we started the actual interview, you're from Chicago originally, right?
Yeah, I'm from Chicago originally. Yeah.
Okay. And then, so going from Chicago to LA, was that transition was because of like trying to like promote your clothing line, right?
Yeah, mostly. Yeah. And plus, like, they have all the stuff here, like material, any material you need, like all those, like anything you need here I mean, anything you need to start a clothing line or fashion, be anything with fashion is here. You know, but they
Okay.
have a whole district, you know, that you can just go to.
So being in LA, has it been more of like word of mouth that's kind of like help you grow your business, or has it been more like social media influenced?
Word of mouth and social media, mostly social media though. Social media is a big, like right now is big for anybody that's in there. Anybody. You can, I don't care how old you are. And social media is right now, you can become a millionaire in 2 days just off the internet. You know? So most of it just off the internet. I went like I had like I met somebody that's just like plugged me in real nice with a lot of like rappers and stuff. So and it was been great.
Okay, I got you. I got you. So kind of like what's a typical day look like for you? So like obviously like without like the waking up and going to bed part, like a typical day if you're gonna be like making clothes or like promoting, like what's like a typical like good day look like for you?
A good day, I wake up, hit right to the sewing machine. That's how it starts. Go right to the sewing machine. If I got orders, I'll just finish those orders. Or if I got something in mind that I'm working on or that I want to work on, I just start those things, processing. Um, Work for maybe like 4 or 5 hours, then go relax, go outside, go to the beach, go to a waterfall or something. You know, get my mind, clear my mind, come back, maybe work more, and then go back outside, chill.
I got you. I got you. Sounds good. Sounds like a good balance. So here's a good question that I didn't actually think about asking you before, but something I'm really curious about. Like, what gives you like motivation or inspiration to like work on a new project? Like, is there like something that like you see or do where you're like, I want to make this now because of that? Like, like, what motivates you or inspires you?
Really, honestly, just like I want to be like the greatest of what I do. So it's just like I don't know. I when I have ideas, it's really not really a motivation. It's most so just like if I got an idea, I just think about it and I sit on it for a minute and I just just let me try it. I'll try it, you know. And I mean, I guess I can't say the motivation is just me being. I want to be like one of the biggest brands. I guess. You know. I mean, I'm
Okay.
not. And so it's just me. I guess it's not so really much the money. I don't. The money is like all right. It's cool. You know, I need it to live and this. But most it's just like all right. Like seeing somebody else in a piece that I made is like more satisfying than the money.
No, I
So
got you. I
that
got you.
I guess that's the motivation, and just like making people look good and just say I did that.
I got you. That's good. That's good. So basically, helping people like myself who can't dress, make them dress a little bit better.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
Sorry, just making a joke. So another really interesting thing that I kind of had was I know you said like the motivation is coming from like helping people look better and kind of like being proud that you like see them wearing something you made. And then as far as like the inspiration, you know, it kind of just comes to you when you feel inspired to do something. Are you like writing it down or sketching it out first, or like are you just like it's in your brain and you're going and working it?
yeah, it's in my brain. Not going to work. I don't write nothing down. I don't have any pattern pieces. I don't have any. I just take. I have a photographic memory, so I was like, all right, if I say something, I mean, or I do something, I could be outside, just I don't know, like riding a bike or something, and then something just clicks. Like I would probably see like, um, I don't know, a mural or like, painting or whatever it is, and I just like, oh, this look nice if I just added this and this and this, and then I just come back to it later and be like, oh, okay, let me try it and see if it works. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. I can't get fired from doing this because
That part's super positive. So this is a fun question I always like to ask. What's the first job you ever worked?
the first job, I think it was at a Jules warehouse. I think that's
Okay,
like a
okay.
grocery. It's like a big grocery chain. I don't know if you heard of Jules Osco.
I've never heard of him before, actually.
Yeah, well, it's like something in Chicago. It's like real big. It's a big grocery chain. Um, yeah, I worked at a warehouse.
Were you
I
like
quit like 2 days, 3 days.
were you like throwing freight for them or what?
I would go and like I guess to unload the trucks, the trucks, the produce trucks.
Yeah,
No,
it's kind of a terrible job. I've done that before. A long
I
time ago.
quit. yeah, I quit 3 days. I was like, yeah, no, I'm all right. Yeah.
And then I know you said you went to college. Where'd you go to college at?
I went to a HBCU in Arkansas.
Oh, okay, okay. You said you had a
Yeah,
science degree?
yeah, science.
What were you thinking about doing before?
Man, honestly, man, I don't know. I had a basketball scholarship. I was playing basketball, and uh, I had a basketball scholarship, and I was playing basketball, and I was good at science, so I was just like, all right, let me just. I don't want to be the typical athlete. Oh, let me take art, or you know. So I was just like, all right, let me just. I'm good at biology and art and stuff. I mean, and science and stuff. So just let me, I don't know, continue in that. I mean, I changed my majors a lot of times. I changed my majors so many times. First, it was like early childhood development and friggin' coaching, and then I think it was something else, world study. I was a history, I think. I don't know, but then I stuck with biology because I was like, you know what, I might as well just finish this. I mean, with science.
I got you, I got you. And then you graduated out with your degree, and we're just like, you still just didn't know what you wanted to do.
No, man, I was lost as I graduated. Honestly, I was like, I honestly didn't even know. Like when I graduated, I was just like, yo, what am I gonna do now? I have to go back home. I have to go back home. Like I don't know what I'm gonna do. I was so confused. I was just like, and then yeah, and then like just applied to the cemetery job, and that job sucked.
So, and then you said it was just eventually you kind of just clicked, like you kind of had to do something you felt more passionate about, basically.
Yeah, yeah. I was just like, man, I need to figure out a way that I can just make money by doing something that I'm into, or just like I don't have to make a schedule. I mean, have a set schedule where I can come and go as I want to. That's my whole thing. It's just me coming and go as I want to. You know, so that's
Kind of a
what
little
I feel
more
like.
like that freedom of like being in control of your own time.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's super
exactly.
cool. So another great question for you. Like, I know that within like the space of like clothing design, it's a pretty competitive space. So how competitive would you say it actually is? And then like, do you have any like advice for anybody who maybe is like thinking about doing that later in life, who's like maybe in high school, of like maybe how to overcome some of that competition that they're seeing?
Well, most of the stuff now. Um, well, one thing I'll say, I tell people when you're doing art, something with art, just make sure you do something different than everybody else. Because it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of jeans. It's a lot of t-shirts. It's a lot of hoodies. But what sets you apart from everybody else is being different. Like, and when you're doing art, there's no like guideline. You don't have to follow no guideline with art. Your art can be anything you want it to be. So I feel like you should just, I guess, just take whatever you think is your art and just continue to do it. Like, no, I mean, honestly, somebody may like it. You know, well, everybody may like it. So it's just like I don't know. I I would just say just try anything at this point. You know, I feel like everybody should just try. But I do also feel when you're young, it's best to try when you're young. That way you trial and errors already, and then when you get like a little older, you now it's like, oh, I know what to do. I know what not to do. Yeah. But I definitely think they should. Well, people should start. If you're gonna do a fashion design, it should start young, because I don't know. I think and I started a little late, but I still kind of caught the hang of it. But when you started young, you get like that. I don't know, that time under your belt for me. So
You kind of get like the opportunity to like, kind of like fall down a few times and not like have it be the end of the world kind of a thing.
yeah, so you're still young, so then you're still in high school, so you still yeah. Right now, I don't have time for trial and error. I don't have error. I can't really. I can't have any errors right now because if I don't, like, I gotta pay rent. I gotta pay cars. I gotta do these things. So,
I
but
guess it makes a lot of sense. So within the actual like environment of like design, like fashion design, especially like in California, like how competitive is it to like kind of like make like a name for yourself, kind of like niche out a little bit of space for yourself?
it's very competitive. It is, but like I said, the best thing is being different. The thing about me is my clothes are very different from anything and everybody else is seeing. So um, most people are used to just a regular jean or regular with like pants or these things. Me, I'm more so like I just think outside the box, and I think I like, what if I just did some totally different than what everybody else is seeing? and that set me different, and it's like, I mean, that put me apart from it, from the people. So, you know, so I just try to be different. The main focus has been being different. I feel like being different is like I know some people frown upon it, but being different is a great thing. So,
Yeah.
but it's very competitive though. It is. Sometimes I'll be like, yo, like, you know, I'll be thinking like, damn, what am I like not doing right? But and most of the times I look at my stuff and I look at other people's stuff, and I not saying it like that, not to say it like that, but I would just look at my work and I'm like, wow, this is great. That work is great too, but it's just plain. And I guess I don't like playing. You know,
I got you. Just trying to stand out and kind of like be different, kind of like what you keep saying is being different than everybody else.
That's been different. Yeah, mostly.
So within like fashion design, what's your favorite part or the best thing about like working in this type of career?
I guess just, I don't know, like I said, having people in your like in my clothes kind of is like almost like, I don't know, it's like it's a great thing. It's like you making people look good. So just like I did that. It's kind of, I don't know. I guess I'm trying to explain it in the best way I can, but yeah.
No,
I just to see like where I come from into just now, and I was just like, man, like I went like going from where I came from back then to just now, like, oh, I just did some stuff with Polo G. I don't know if you know who that is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I did some like a video for Polo G, like styled his clothes and then in my clothes, and then I just did something the other day for P. Diddy's son, Christian.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's just being different, man. And they like people like that, like being different. Most artists like being different. Like, so it's just like they don't want to wear everything else, what everybody else got on. So they just look for like other smaller brands that's establishing themselves, and then it's like they'll, you know, I guess show love.
Yeah, that's really cool. That's actually really, really cool. So when you're doing like the designing portion of it and kind of like marketing it out and selling it to people, are you I guess I'm trying to think like how I want to word this. Like you said, the most rewarding part is when someone's wearing your clothes. Like, I guess I like you don't have to say yes or no, but I'm just really curious. Like, do you feel like more rewarding when someone like maybe like Diddy's son or Polo G is wearing your clothes, or is it the same feeling when someone like a normal person just walking down the street in LA, you see them wearing some of your stuff, and you're like, wow.
I feel probably both. It's the same, but it's more maybe a little bit more when you know when you get somebody that's like, you know, big, you know, recognize your brand. Like I'm just so small. I'm a small of a brand. And for someone to just like that big to recognize, like, oh, like, you know, out of all of the pants or clothes in the world you could wear, you chose mine, and
Yeah.
I'm still a small brand. So I mean, it's like you know, here and there, but probably a little bit more so when they wear it, because it's like, and like out of all the people who could have, you know, but even same thing with regular people. I feel the same way with them. Like it's just like somebody just wearing my pants, or someone come up to me like, yo, don't you, you know, because that happened to me a couple of times. They're like, yo, don't you gotta make clothes? And I'm like, yeah, you know. So I feel like it's like equal to me. It's all equal, because a regular person can spend their money, you know, they hard working money on my clothes, and it's just like, oh, no, I appreciate that. Or, you know, the people that got it can spend it on, but it's like, I appreciate that too. So it's like I can't really pick, you know, a side. It's just more so
I got you.
I enjoy both of them, you know.
Yeah, it's super positive. So it definitely sounds like just a very rewarding feeling to have someone kind of like supporting you. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So on the flip side of things, is there something like within clothes design that you feel like is like your least favorite thing, or maybe the worst thing about working in this field?
Probably because I saw everything myself. So that's that's you know, when you got like 50 orders and there's only one person, you know.
So just a lot of work to do.
Yeah, it's a lot of work. It can get overwhelming at times, you know. So I mean, recently I just took like a 2-month break because I needed like a mental break from it, you know. But now I'm back and I'm, you know, ready.
I feel you. So just kind of like the amount of time you actually have to be like making the clothes can be a little tedious at times.
Yeah, most definitely, man. And then depending on how intricate like the clothes like that I make, because I make like patchwork jeans or just like something regular, dyeing, like different stuff. But yeah, it's most likely is when I get more orders than I usually get. That's when I be like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore.
Like that good bad problem.
yeah, it's a good bad problem, but then it's just like I gotta do it,
No, I feel you 1000. So that's another good question I have that actually just popped into my head too. So do you have like on Instagram or a website, like all the different stuff that you're currently making, or do you make like one piece and then someone sees it and like, hey, could you make me the same one? Or like, is it all custom based, or how does that work? I'm really curious.
Well, I have a website with all the stuff that I sell. That's that's my stuff. But then on Instagram, I post one of one pieces, for people and like that. So I use both. I have regular stuff for regular people that want to just buy a pair of jeans, on my website, and then on Instagram it's one of ones.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, so it's a little bit of both. That's awesome. Kind of
Yeah.
makes more sense. So for someone who's getting into maybe doing what you're doing, or like within fashion design, or maybe someone who, like I said, who's just thinking about it, they're listening to you and they're like, like what Raymon's saying, and like it sounds cool. Like, are there like any like pitfalls or like obstacles that like are common, you think, within the career, like something maybe you wish you would have known or something you had to overcome like within the process?
Well, the main thing for me was just like looking. I mean, it kind of social media is a great thing, but it also can be a bad thing, because you can see you and yourself. You're like, oh, I'm working hard, I'm doing this, and then you see other people with just like logo T-shirts, and they're like, taking off, and you make it, discouraged. And I've been there where I was been like, yo, like, dang, what am I doing wrong? I got this X amount of followers, and I'm working hard and my work is nice, and this person has X amount of followers and he's just throwing a T-shirt and a logo, and it can get to you at times. But the main thing I focus on is like I should be grateful for those people that's following me, that's liking my stuff, that's purchasing my stuff. And so it doesn't matter if it's 1, 2, or 3 people, or but I still have those fans, or I still have fans that like my stuff, or people that like my stuff. So I feel like that's the most obstacle course, or one of the obstacles that I have to overcome. And just don't let social media get to you. Just be grateful of what you got.
Yeah. So definitely kind of what you're saying is being grateful and not comparing yourself to the people, especially in the beginning when you first start like getting everything rolling.
Yeah, because I mean, it can mess you up a whole lot, man. It can, man. Like you just looking at other people like, oh no, man, why is this person this and this, and it won't help. So just focus on you, focus on yourself, and focus on you. So.
Yeah, I definitely understand the frustration though, because I'm listening to you talk about it. I'm thinking like if I was selling my stuff, selling my clothes for a bunch of different people, and then I see someone who's like what is it, like printer slapping logos onto T-shirts,
Yeah.
I would be pretty upset too. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Man, and it's like you see that, and you'd be like, bro, like, yeah. Like what the hell? No, sorry, my language,
No,
bro. Like, yo, what's going on, bro? Like, what am I doing wrong? That like I'm literally in here sewing like myself. I'm in this, working, and this person just going to another person and saying, hey, just throw this logo on, and they're like taking off. That's, like, man, maybe I just need to throw a logo on a T-shirt.
No, I think it's the difference, man. I think that there's they always kind of say like the people that are quick to rise are quick to fall. So I think that the people that have the most success are people who are doing it usually the harder way, and it's going to take more time to actually build that success up, because people who are throwing logos on T-shirts, eventually everyone's going to have the logo of the T-shirt and nobody's going to want it anymore because everyone already has one, versus someone like yourself who's making custom stuff all the time. You're not going to be able to get, you're not going to find 30,000 people wearing the same T-shirt. They're not going to run somebody in class who's like, oh yeah, I have that T-shirt. No, it's never going to happen with something that you're making, which is cool. So I think it's like that distinction that takes more time to build up, but also, it can be a little bit of frustrating when you're watching somebody blow up a little bit with T-shirts.
Man, yeah, I mean, I agree with the, a lot of people are not gonna have it. Like, that's why I make most stuff one of one, most of the stuff one of one, because like I want people to feel like, all right, you can't get these nowhere. Like you only can get this in one place, So it's just like I try to like make people feel good about themselves. Because most people, that's what they want. They want to feel good. They, they buy clothes, they buy things, they buy shoes to make themselves feel good, to look good. And when you look good, you feel good. So it's like, and I like to make people feel good.
Yeah, no, 100% that. I mean, also you're gonna feel even better when you don't ever see someone wearing the same shirt or jeans ever again for the rest of your life. So another great question for you. So say someone's watching this and they're in high school or younger adult, and they're like, I like what he's saying. It sounds kind of interesting. Like, how would someone maybe like dip their toe in the water or their foot in the water and kind of like see if they're interested in actually like doing something within like fashion design?
I guess first come up with a design, like come up with a vision, a design, or a plan, or don't just start. Like some best things come from when people just accidentally make it. Like you just accidentally happen. So you can just start. Like I don't know, you shouldn't have a limit. Don't limit yourself to anything. Just go after it. If you feel like you want to do something, yeah, go buy a sewing machine. So even if you only do it for 3 days, like 2 days, just go do it, man. Like literally, just you never know what can happen because accidents can turn into $1 million.
No, I like it. I like it. So basically, you're saying just like start, go try it out, literally.
Yeah, just try it out. Like literally, that's what I did. I just tried it out.
Would you recommend someone kind of doing the same thing that you did, maybe going into like where'd you go again? I'm sorry, I can't remember the name of the store. I'm like blanking on top of my head. The first store you went into.
What do you mean?
You said you went and bought like different clothes and like pieces of
Oh, the
fashion.
thrift store. Yeah,
Okay, yeah. So
the
would you
thrift
recommend
store.
someone maybe doing that? They're interested, like going to the thrift store, buying some stuff, and then mixing and
Yeah,
matching it together.
that's the thrift store. Use your own stuff. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
I mean, you use your own clothes and you're gonna wear it. It's yours.
That's what
So if you mess it up, you can't be mad at nobody but yourself. But you messed it up. But,
I like it. I like it. So for yourself, what's like, I know you kind of said you want to be the best, and I actually love that answer because I feel the same way about everything that I do with my life. So aside from this, like being like the best, do you have like a long-term career goal or like within fashion design, or maybe like more of like a vision of like what you want to see your brand turn into or where it's at or who's wearing it, something like that?
yeah, I actually just want to be a designer. Like I know I don't do fashion, but I just want to be a designer. Period. Like, just I just want to have that title of being a designer, and because I just don't want to do clothes. And like now I'm trying to venture off into other stuff. Like housing stuff. I'm gonna make a rug out of like different materials and just like I don't know. I have this. I'm putting together this little art show, but it's gonna be all clothes kind of stuff. You know, just I just want to be a designer. That's how. And
So
be a
basically,
big. Yeah.
just doing this designing, not doing like the making of the clothes.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I hate people touching my stuff, so that's why I make everything myself. I got some stuff manufactured before, and it wasn't. I gave them a sample. I made the sample. I gave it to them. I wrote down all the measurements. I was like, "This is how I want it to be. This is how it's supposed to be," and it came back a totally different place. So if I'm not hands on, I'm very hands on. Like I want to be hands on with anything I do. So it don't matter how big I get or whatever, how much money I make, I still want to be hands on with everything, every single thing, because I feel like I don't know, my touch is what makes it my brand.
I
And
got
just
you.
I don't think like having somebody else make it is not really your. I mean, of course some companies do, but I just feel like I don't know. My touch has to be it has to be touched by me before I approve anything. So.
That makes sense. That makes sense. So I guess my question, like in addition to that one is, so like say for example, like I'm not a huge clothing person. I'm not gonna lie to you. So let's say we have somebody like Polo Jeans. They're like a national worldwide company that everybody knows. Are you looking for like that level for yourself, or are you still wanting to stay like a little bit smaller but around the world? If that makes any sense.
I think I would love to be like just smaller, but around the world. Just me, but have people actually know who I am. I take somebody like I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Like you said, you're not really into fashion. I don't know, but so it's like
Yeah, not as much to be honest.
yeah. I mean, this is a guy named Ian Cunner. He's a stylist, but he's small, but he very known. Or just like Greg Owens. Ralph Lauren's nephew. Like people don't know who he is, but this dude literally takes like Ralph Lauren clothes and cut them in pieces and put them together. And he's amazing. Nobody knows really who he is, but if you're into fashion, then you know who he is. So.
Okay, got you. So he's kind of like he's a big name in the industry. You just got to be like in kind of in and around it to really know who he is.
Yeah, to know who he is.
Cool, that's a really good goal. So another great question for you. Do you feel like there's a certain type of like personality or maybe like personality traits that would be best fitted to be like someone who's designing or like making clothes?
No, I just feel like you should be yourself. Like, people love people that's original and that as themselves. People don't want to be around people that's trying to be somebody else every time you see them. So I just be myself. Just be yourself.
Okay, I got you. I like that though. So it's pretty much open to whoever wants to do it can do it, kind of a thing.
Yeah, I mean, the meanest person can start a clothes line. The nicest person can start a clothes line. It doesn't really matter, mostly. But I think if you want like longevity and you want to just be yourself. Yeah.
Okay, I got you. So another really good question. One of my favorite ones. Do you have any like words of wisdom or pieces of advice that you'd say to anybody like who's watching this, who maybe like, maybe I will go buy some clothes from a thrift store, or maybe I will like try and do it. Do you have any, like I said, words of advice, pieces of wisdom, or anything that you'd say to them that you wish you could have said to yourself almost a year ago?
No, I feel like don't second guess yourself. Like if you have a vision, don't second guess it. Just do it. Like I feel like you have there's no time limit to where, I mean, you can die, but there's no time limit to success. Like you can be 50, you can be successful. It's just like, just work that to being like working hard, having like work that, just I don't know. That's how I feel. That's what I wish I would have told myself that when I first started, that I ain't have no time limit, and then just don't watch social media as much as that because and stop comparing yourself to people and don't compare yourself to people, and just focus on yourself. Yeah.
No, okay, that sounds good. No, it sounds good. It sounds good. I think it's a good like little nugget right there, saying like like doesn't matter how old you are, you can start something if it's something you want to do and you're passionate about it.
Yeah, doesn't matter. You can be 60, 70 and start what you want and become rich. Like I said, nowadays, bro, with the time and era we live in, you can become rich in 2 days, literally off anything. You can get on the internet and say 5 words and blow up, and now everybody want to pay you to do something. So it's I feel like you just follow your dream, man, and that's what I would say. Follow your dream, man. Follow your dream, man. Just follow your dream and don't get discouraged and don't let other people discourage you. So.
No, gosh, I like it a lot. It's really motivating. So a couple more good questions for you, and then I'll let you get out of here, my man. What do you like to do in like your free time, or like what are some of your hobbies?
Well, I still play basketball from time to time.
What
but I'm a
position
big
did you play in college?
Huh?
What position did you play in college?
Oh, it's point guard.
Okay. I got you. The next Steph Curry?
Nah. Yeah. I mean, I like nature a lot, so I always go to like waterfalls and the forest or beach sometimes.
Yeah.
Very simple, simple person.
Okay. So outdoors, basketball. That's good. It's good. Yeah. I mean, the beaches are a little bit nicer there than they are in Chicago, right?
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit.
And then another great question I like to always ask people, any like secret talents or hobbies, or maybe something that you do that, when someone first met you or getting to know you, they'd be like, I had no idea that Raymon did this at all.
I make music on the low. Like,
oh, do you?
Yeah, I make music like, but I just do it for fun though. So it's not something like, oh, I do music. I just, like, nobody knows that I do music unless I told you, like, yeah, I got a couple songs on Apple Music.
What type of music do you make?
Like rap music.
Okay. You making beats or do you sing and do the whole thing?
Nah, rap.
Oh, really? Okay. Like freestyle, or like you write it and then rap it?
No, I just literally just go in there and I just freestyle and then record it while.
That's pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty dope.
I ain't saying I'm good at it.
No, you're fine. It's still cool though. Like, it's not one of those things that everybody knows. I like it.
Yeah.
I guess it kind of makes sense though, you're still in like in that creative part of your brain where you're just like popping stuff out.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that, like another random question, but it's kind of cool to think about. Do you feel like those parts of like your creativity kind of cross sometimes where like maybe you're singing and you think about clothes, or you're making clothes and you think about a song?
Yeah, most definitely. Like, fashion is a big part of music. Like, so that fashion and music are just like, peanut butter and jelly. It's like you can't have it. I mean, you can have it without the other, but it ain't gonna be the same. But if you put both of them together, it's a great sandwich.
No, I got you 1,000, man. That makes a lot of sense. It's gonna be a great sandwich. I like it. I like it. So this is kind of the point in time, man, where if you have anything else that you want to say or throw out there to anybody who's watching it, you're more than welcome. If not, no worries. Just want to give you an opportunity to say anything else you want to say to anybody who's watching this.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm kind of like, I don't know, just like kind of.
No, you're good. You're good. I just always want to ask. The other thing too is if anybody wants to check out like the brand that you're working on.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Oh no, you're good. I know if anybody wants to check out the brand that you're working on and kind of like see the clothes that you're designing right now. If you want to like shout out like the Instagram or the email or both or the website or whatever you want to throw out there into the universe, so somebody has any questions, maybe they can ask you questions and also check out what you're doing, what you're working on.
Yeah, my email is project7denim.com if you have any questions. Or you can DM me on Instagram, project7denim, or in my website is project7denim.com. So
Okay. So it's Project 7, the letter 7. Sorry, the number 7 denim.
Yeah.
Okay, and is that the name of the brand too?
Yeah, it's Project 7
Denim. Project 7 Denim. Okay, I like that. Actually, that like rings really well.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Yeah, of course, man. So that's pretty much what I got right now for you, Mr. Raymon. I definitely appreciate your time. So thank you for coming on. And again, if anybody has any questions or wants to check out what he's got going on, again, it's project7denim.com. And thank you very much, man. I appreciate it and hope you have a great day.
All right, you too.
Take care, brother. Bye.
All right.